Fine. So, good evening to all. Uh, so, we were discussing on the data types. Okay. So, what we discussed in the previous class was the data types of numbers type. Suppose the next type of data type is actually, suppose I have a what we called as a compound data type. That means what is the compound data type? A data type which may be having a integer or a float or a complex number, all those things. You combine together, if I want to use it in your Python, so we have couple of things actually. So what we do actually, we'll try to use what is called as data types of compound type. Okay, so data type of compound type means, so one is list and other one is the tuple. Okay, so lists and tuples, I'll try to discuss you what is this list and what is this tuple today. Okay, so data type of compound type. So compound type means, so we'll be having either integer, float, string, or complex. Anything it can take. It can have actually. Let us discuss on the first thing. Okay, what is this list? List is a kind of a data type. List is a kind of data type. It is a kind of a data type which I can create using simple elements. That means whatever the data type, whatever we have in the data type, it can be, we call whatever we have, no, the integer or float, what is inside, we call that as elements. And these elements are created using a square bracket. Okay, so I'm going to say a list is created, a list is created using a square bracket. Okay, by placing the, or by having the element, by placing the elements, okay, in a square bracket, in a square bracket. Okay, that means this is the one what I'm going to use. This is a square bracket. So let's give an example. Say for example, so I'm going to create a list. Okay, so create a list. Okay, it's nothing but I'm going to call that as some list 1, okay, is equal to, so I may be having, so I'll open the square bracket. So if I put 1, it is an integer. So if I call, so my name, okay, name, this is a string. Say I want to have something like a float one, that is 3.2 or something like that. So this is a list. So this is a create list of, it can be, this is a creating a list of mixed data type. Okay. Can I create a list consisting of only integers? Yes. Can I create a list consisting only of strings? Yes, we can create. Or can I create a list consisting of only floats? Yes. So I can have a list consisting of any one of the integers. Let me create that also. So create a list of integers. Okay. What is it actually? Let me call that as list2 is equal to, so let it be some 2, 3, 4. So it can be any numbers. Just I'm trying to create this thing. Can I create a list consisting of mixed one? So can I have a list consisting of one more kind of a list? Yes, it's possible. So that we call it as nested list. So create a nested list. What is it actually? Let me call that as list 3. So list is opened by square bracket. Let me call that as maybe some kind of a animal. Let me call it as a rat. Okay. Within that, I can have an integer list. Let me call that as some 8, 6, 4. What is this actually? This is a list of integers. Okay, that is a list of integers, followed by one more list. I can have a list of consisting of maybe some kind of a letter A or B or whatever it may be with a single inverted commas. But you have to ensure that how many square brackets you are opening, you should be able to close it. I have opened the square bracket and there is a rat which is a string. Okay, then I have a integer type of list, and then I have a string list actually which is A. So this is called as a list actually. List, what it is actually, it is nothing but I am going to have a data types. It is nothing but it's a method of storing a particular data type. Okay, so list can be of any type of, it can be of an integer, it can be of a float, or it can be of a string, or it can be of a complex number also, doesn't matter. Very rarely we use it. Or can it be a compound or a complex, or maybe can it contain integer, float, string combined together? We call that as maybe a list of other maybe mixed data type. Or can I have a list inside a list? We call that as a nested list. So this is how we are creating the list. Now, when you are creating a list, actually, there is something called as indexing. Okay, we call that as indexing. Say, for example, here I have created a list. Okay, so when I create a list, actually, it is of a particular length. Okay, when I create a list, say, let me create a list. Okay, so let me call a list to explain indexing. Okay, what is indexing? Indexing is nothing but assigning a particular, what is his position. It's something like I'm standing in a queue. I've been assigned a serial number 1, serial number 2, like that. Or you are a student. You have been assigned some university seat number, USN number. That is called as indexing, to identify that particular thing. So similarly, in list also we do what is called as indexing. So now what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to create a list. Let me call it as, simply let me call it as a list. Okay, list is equal to, let me create with some n number of strings. Let me call it as some maybe remote. Okay, R one letter, E one letter, M one letter, O one letter, T one letter, E one letter. So now, so what is this actually? When I try to do this actually, you have how many letters actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6 letter, remote, it's a 6 letters. Now, how the indexing works in your Python actually? So now if I go and see this indexing, the indexing in the forward, that is in the positive direction, it starts with 0. That means R is assigned a value of 0, E is assigned a value of 1, M is assigned a value of 2, O is assigned a value of 3, P is assigned a value of 4, and E is assigned a value of 5. If it is a bigger word, it can go on from 0 to 100, 99, whatever it may be. It can go in positive direction, whatever may be the numbers. Now, there is one more thing called as negative indexing. Okay, negative indexing. So negative index and how it takes actually, the negative indexing takes the last letter as -1. There is no -0. So we start with -1. Okay, the last letter what I am going to create in the list, that will be -1, then -2, -3, -4, -5, and -6. So this is the negative indexing and this is positive indexing. What is indexing? Indexing is a method of assigning. So index refers what it is, what item it is. Okay, so indexing clearly, it's nothing but, see, I'm going to what is called as actually, I'm going to give some identification to that particular thing. Okay, what is the purpose of this indexing? See, indexing will lead to accessing. See, indexing will help in, okay, indexing will help in accessing the list elements. List elements. What is accessing? So that I want to pull it actually. Say for example, you look at this list REMOTE remote. So I want to work on list within the square bracket. I have to do some operation with respect to M. I want only to print only the M character. Okay. So already I have created the list. What I will do, I am going to write a thing. So something like print. Okay. Print. Already I have created a list. So within my square bracket, I'm going to tell 2. So the moment I give this, so what it is actually, the indexing will go and search. See in the list actually, 1 REMOTE is there. So I have 6 elements in the list. So I want to work on, I want to print the third, that is second, the index where that is 2. Indexing means that's the third element. I want to print the third element in the list actually. So what will be my output? The output what I can expect from this is I am going to get the print of your M. So this particular letter M gets printed because I am trying to do which is called as operation. Okay, output. Say I want to get an output as E. If I want to get an output as E, what I will get actually print list. What is the index assigned to it? Actually, it is 5. So I will just put 5. Okay, and my output will be E. Okay, I'm going to get an output E. Is it possible? Say, for example, if I go back to this list 3, go back to this list 3. So I want to get, see, in this listed this thing, I want to get some print from the list actually. Maybe this is 0, the rat is 0, okay, and 1. I want to get some kind of a 2 things, 0 and 1, or -1 or -5. So what it's going to assign? It's going to assign 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like. So it starts with 0 in a positive direction. So it starts with the -1 to the right hand side, it moves in the opposite direction. So whatever I want, I can get it printed. So if I go back to the same thing, say for a list REMOTE. So if I try to print, okay, if I try to print capital, that is list. So if I put -2, I want a printout of -2. What will be my output? It is T. Because the moment I give the negative indexing, it starts with -1 to the right. What is the rightmost letter or rightmost element is there? That it will going to assign -1. The subsequent one is -2. So the subsequent one element is T. So my output I am going to get T. That's how the indexing will work. So positive indexing and negative indexing. So when we run the program, this is how this will work. Okay. Now there is one more thing in your list actually. We call that as slicing. Okay. Slicing of the list. Slicing of the lists. What is this slicing? That means, say for example, let me give, for example, if I have, say, if I create a list with Apple, okay, I'm going to create, say, let me call this as some name, okay, let me call that as fruit as a list, okay, it consists of A, P, P, L, E. Just one example I've taken. It has 5 elements, apple. Now, what I want, what is meant by slicing? Slicing is meant either to get a part of your list, either printed or do some operation on your list actually. So now, I want to print it actually. Anyhow, indexing, if you look at it, if I try to look at this, the index for this, how the index will be? This will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I go with the negative indexing, okay, negative indexing, it starts with -1, -2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Now, I will try to do some kind of an operation with this. So what I want actually, let me write that. Okay, what I am going to do actually, I want to use this slicing operation. So slicing operation is done by, how this is done? So what is it actually? I want to access, slicing means access a range of elements. What is range? Range means you have the list actually. Within that, I want to fix whether you want from 0 to 1 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4. Index, I'm speaking with respect to indexing. Range of elements or items, range of elements in the list, in the list. Okay, what is this actually? The slicing operator, using a slicing operator. What is the slicing operator here? It is the colon. Okay, I am going to use the colon as the slicing operator. It is the colon as the slicing operator. I am going to do this. Now let us go back to this example. Whatever the example we have taken, the example is apple. Okay, I have taken the example as the apple. Now I am going to do some operation on it. So what I will do, the operation is, let me write in the comment, I want elements between 1 and 3. Okay, elements from maybe the second to fourth, or let me call it as fourth. Now, if I want to use a print command, let me do this thing. Print fruit is the list name what I given. So what I want to do actually, I'll put a square bracket, that's the slicing one. Square bracket, I want from second one, that is second element is, see, this is the second to fourth elements or items in your list. So second element index is actually 1 colon. What is the fourth element? It is the 3. But I will put 4 here. I will tell why. See, in your index, in your slicing operation, this is included. This is, we call it as excluded. The range, if I tell from 1 to 4 means fourth is excluded. Only I am going to get an output from 1 to 4 or 1 to 3. So what will be my output actually? If I try to do this, what will be my corresponding output here? If I go back and see here in the apple, which is the index 1? It is P. Which is the index 2? It is P. Index 3? It is L. So E, which is 4? It is E. So I am going to include the PPL. I am going to exclude E. So what will be my output here? The output will be, it will be P, okay, P and L within my square bracket. I am going to get an output. So slicing means I will cut and get access of what is required. Okay, now this is one thing. Suppose I don't want to start with 1. Okay, the same thing, print, I'll use another command. What is it actually? It is print simply from the fruit list. I'll use simply colon. Okay, I'm going to use simply colon to 4. So it is square bracket actually. It's a square bracket, fruit, square bracket, colon to 4. So whenever I am going to put simply a colon, the beginning is colon, the beginning number is here, the beginning number is, that is included, will start with, inclusion will start with 0. Included, that is inclusion of that particular index starts with 0. What will be my output here? For this condition, my output will include A also. So for this condition, my output will be, it is A P, P and L. The fourth element is not, a fourth index is not included. So exclusion, still it is 4. Suppose one more operation is there. If I try to put print fruit, okay, I am going to put something like 0 here, and or maybe if I put some 1, let me put as 1 or 2, let me put 2 colon, that is within square bracket, it is 2 colon, I will leave it blank. So if that is the case, here the exclusion number is the will be the last index. Okay, here what will be the last index? It is 4. Then what will be the output here? See, from the second one. So from the second one means actually output will be P and L. So output will be only P and L. For this condition, my output will be, okay, it is only P and L. So like this, the slicing operation, I can access the elements within the list. So it can be, just I'm giving an example. Apple is one particular string. You can have an integer, you can have a string, you can have some kind of a float element, whatever you want, you can have it. But accessing the elements this is the operation. Okay. Now, in case of a list, actually, the advantage of lists actually is actually we call the lists are mutable. Okay. What is this actually? The advantage of this list is they are called as mutable. Mutable means I can make modifications in the list. Okay, the lists are mutable. What is this mutable means? I can add or remove or make changes with the elements of the list. With the elements of the list. It can be anything. Now, what is this actually? See, how we can change it? I am going to use by using an assignment operator. What is this actually? Assignment operator means it is the equal. Using assignment operator equal to change the anything, a range of items or whatever it may be. Okay. Now, why this particular thing is required? Say for example, I am going to create a list. Let me create a list first. Let me create a list. Let me create a list with some integers. Okay. Create a list with integers. So let me call it as integer or int1. Let me call it as int1. I'm going to create. So let me call it as 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So 9, 12, 14, like that. I have created something. So what I have done is actually, so it may be a typo error where this list is nothing but it's a even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Now by accidentally what I have done is instead of 10 I have added 9 in the list. So what I will do, let me try to change the item in the list. Change the item in the list. Okay. To do that, what is more important here? I should know the indexing. Okay. Indexing, if I try to do, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what is this actually I want to change? I want to change, replace 9 with 10. Okay. Replace 9 with 10. So what is the list name? It is the int. So what I will do, I will go here, int 1, okay, int 1. What is the index actually for that? It is the 4 is equal to, I will call it as 10. Okay, change the item in the list. Now what I will do, simply if I try to print int 1, if I do, what will be my output? My output will be, it will be actually is the list consisting of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Just by using an index operator, okay, I have added what it takes actually. What is the latest addition to that? It gets remains, the previous one gets erased. So int 1 in the list, the index 4, earlier it was 9, I changed it to 10, and then when I, after changing, if I try to print the list, which is I call it as int 1, I am getting an output 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So this is one methodology of adding. Okay, this we call it as adding. Suppose I want to add something like, I want to add, see, second to fourth item. 4, 6, 8, I want to replace with something else. Okay, what I will do, so let me write that. Okay, change the, see, it takes the latest one. See, even though that particular thing, so the int latest one, that means I will be replacing the words 4, 6, and 8. To do that, so change the second to fourth items. Second to fourth items. To do that, I will use the slice operator. What I will do, I will just use int 1, that is the list actually. Then what is included? I want to change the second item. So what is the corresponding index? It is 1. So inclusion is 1. I want to change second to fourth. Okay, that means 0, 1, 2, 3. So the exclusion is 4. Int 1, 1 to 4. I want to change 4, 6, 8 to, let's some number I am going to do 3, 5, 7. And then now if I try to print the int 1, so what will be my output? My output will be 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 14. So this is how you can do the addition of single element or single item or addition of multiple items using the simple index operations. Is that clear? Now, see, there is another option there. See, we can add one item using simple index, or there is one more, what is called as append function is also there. Append function is also there. So we can add okay, an item using append function. Okay, this we call it as append method or append function method. Single item. So if I want to add more items, if I want to add more than one item, so for that we have to use what is called as extend method. So if I want to add one single element or single item, I am going to use append function, and if I want to add more than one, I am going to use what is called as extend method. Okay, let's use it. Let's try to use this particular method. So before I proceed, so if there is any doubts, you can unmute and we can speak. So whatever I discussed right now, till now lists actually. If you have any doubts, if you can type it, you can type in the chat box, or you can raise your hands, or you can unmute and you can speak. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So it's clear. So I'm going a bit slow so that you people have to understand the fundamentals first. So once you your fundamentals talk, then we can go and do any kind of programming. Okay, fine. So if there are no doubts, we'll proceed. Now, what I will do, I will try to use the append function and your extend function. So let me use that. Appending append, we call it as appending in single element, and extending for the multiple element, extending the lists actually list creator. Let me take an example. I have a set of list of odd numbers. Okay, let me call that list odd. So I will have 4 numbers: 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay. Now what I want to add? I want to add one more element, 9. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So what I will do actually, just go and type odd dot append. I'm going to use the function append. So within my braces, I'll put 9. So now what is happening? After 7, 9 is getting added to your odd list. So now if I try to print odd, so what will be my output here? My output will be, okay, my output will be 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So I'm going to use append function to add a single element. Now I will show you how to add more elements using an extend thing. So now what I will do, now what is my output actually? What is your odd consists of actually? Your odd consists of now 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 5 elements are there. So now if I try to go and use this function, that is odd dot extend, open the braces. So I will use 11, 13, more than 1. Let me add another 3 more elements. Okay. Now when you're using this, actually I'm using more than single element, so I have to use the square braces here. You people, most of us will make a mistake. First I have to use the square braces, that is 11, 13, 15 in the square braces. Then I'm going to use your regular brackets. Now 11, 13, 15 will get added to your odd list. Now what is if I try to print? If I use the command print odd, so what I'm going to get actually, my output I'm going to get as 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. So this is how I can use append and extend to add elements. So just I show an example as an integer. You can do the same thing for your maybe a string, for your float, or whatever it may be. Anything it can be used. Okay. So sometimes we may have to do some operation where we have to add 2 lists actually. Okay, 2 lists I need to add actually. Or sometimes I may have to multiply the same list n number of times. Okay, so what it is actually, so for example, I have 2 lists. So addition.
Sir,
Yeah, yes.
sir, can we use the append function for adding the number at any index, like any corner, or are we supposed to add it only at the end?
Okay. Now append will take only, will work toward the end only. You can't add. See, if you want to add in between, then I have to go use indexing. Okay, here you can look at it actually. Here int 1 I chose, it is 4. That means I'm trying to change the 9th element. So if I want to add in between, I have to use this particular index option. Append can be done only at the end. Extend can be done only at the end multiple times.
Okay, only at the ends we are supposed to use
Yes,
both of them,
yes,
and
yes, yes,
index for any at
yes,
using
at any
anywhere
given
at the
point.
middle.
Yes, 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 yes. So in between you want to use indexing is the best option. Because you know the number, no, 0 to 1, how it stores. Either you can go with a positive indexing or you can go with a negative indexing.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Is that clear? Fine, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So now, so addition and multiplication of your lists. Addition and multiplication. Say, for example, I have two lists actually. Let me call this as, so let me call this as commenting, let me call it as addition of two lists. Okay. Now let me call this as odd one. So I have 1, 3, and 5. So I have one more list which is odd 2. So that is 7, 9, 11. Something I have two lists. Now what I will do, I will create one more list. What is it actually? So if I want to print or I want to create one more list, I can simply go and I call this as odd 3. Okay, this is odd 1 plus odd 2. Either you can do that particular thing or you can have that list also, doesn't matter. Or if you want to print this, now if I try to print odd 3, my output will be, okay, my output will be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. This is a simple operation to add two lists. Suppose I want to multiply a particular list n number of times. So I have odd 1. So I want to print it. So I want to print that actually. Print, okay. What is that list actually? I have a particular list. So I want to odd 1. So odd 1, use this multiplication operator star into 3 times. If I do that, what is going to happen? I am going to, what will be my output? My output will be, see, this is my output. I am going to get 1, 3, 5, okay. Then 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. So 3 times it gets multiplied. Within my square bracket, I'm going to get 3 times your list will be multiplied. Okay. Now, see, I was just looking at, I can, the easiest operation to insert any element or item into your existing list is always, better option is always the using the index one. But there is another method of locating the your particular maybe desired location, and I can use one more function what is called as insert. Okay, insert function also can be used. But if you want to be using that insert function, you have to be very precise. Okay, insert means, once again, say insert operation, I want to use more than multiple times. We can insert one item at a Z location, or you can insert multiple items also by squeezing that particular empty element. That also can be done. Okay, so usually this method is not that preferred, but still it can be used. Okay, now
Excuse me, sir.
how to, yeah, tell me.
So in the last statement, print odd one into 3. Will it
Okay.
print the element 3 times or multiply each element by the constant 3?
No. What it's going to take is it's going to take the list 1, 3, 1, 3, 5 first time, then 1, 3, 5 second time, 1, 3, 5 third time. It's not going to multiply anything. Only the list gets printed 3 times. That's it. It's not
Okay,
going to do any multiplication. 3 times the list will be getting printed.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. Now, maybe insert method can be used. So just maybe someone discuss, I will discuss that also. Insert method can be used. See, let me tell that. Insert method to maybe insert method can be used to insert or add. It can be used to maybe insert an item at a desired location. Yes, this also can be tried. Desired location. Okay. Now let me demonstrate this. Say for example, once again, let me go with it. So now let me call this. Let me check it. Let me create a use of insert method. This is the command. Use of insert method. How it is actually? So it is insert within your braces. Within your braces, I need to tell the location where I want to do. Now, say for example, I'm trying to create an even number. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Now I have an this thing. Let me call this as even. Okay, and what I have is I have a starting number 2, maybe some end number or something. I have 10. So this is the existing list. Existing list. So what I want to do actually, I want to insert at a particular location. Okay, I want to insert maybe 4 and 6 and 8. So 4, 6 and 8 I want to insert. Okay, 4 and 6 I want to insert, or I want to insert only a particular single number I want to insert. So what I will do actually, I will use E1. Okay, first let me insert 4. Okay, let me insert 4. So E1 dot insert. Okay, what is the location? Okay, I am going to use maybe it is 1, 3. If I use 1, 3, what it's going to take? It's the index 1. See where I want to insert. I want to insert at this particular place. See 0 is 2, then 1 is this particular thing. So in between that actually, so at this particular thing, at this particular point, I want to insert one number. That is your, so this is 2 actually. After 1, so I want to insert 4. It is 4. So what will do if I try to print E1? Okay, if I try to print this E1, what will be my output? My output will be, it is 2, 4 and 10. So if I try to print it, it will be 2, 4 and 10. I am trying to insert after 1. Okay, that is at the place of 1. I am going to insert in between this part where I am showing the arrow 0. After that, actually at the place of 1, I want to insert. Now, what's happening here? Now, this is 0, this is 1. Now I want to insert at this particular point, that is 3. This is actually 2. This is 2. Now what between 2 and 4? After 2 and 4, I want to insert maybe 6 and 8. I want to insert 6 and 8. So what I will do actually, just I will go, I will use a simple thing, that is, I will use a particular thing, that is E1. Okay, this is 2 colon 2. Okay, what I am going to do actually, I will just put 6, 8. Now if I try to print it, print E1, my output will be 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So this is how you can use simple C. Either use indexing or you can use this particular option of inserting the element in your this thing. Maybe the last kind of an operations, what usually we try to do is sometimes we may have to delete the list or remove the list itself. Okay, so what we try to do actually, you want to delete the list, we use a simple command del. Okay, we can delete a single element. So last operation what we will do for today's class, delete or remove the list elements. Delete or remove the list elements. Say for example, let me go back and existing some list. Let me check the existing list what we have created. So let me create some list, call that as list 1. Let me call that as some problem. Okay, PROBLEM. So I have a list which is having this particular. Now I want to delete. I want to delete a particular item here. So if I go and delete a particular list, okay, if I want to delete a particular list in this particular thing, I can do that. Okay. Now what I want to delete? Say I want to delete B here. Okay. If I want to delete B here, what I will do? I will just go use this operation del in the list 1. Okay. What are the index for that? This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just I'm going to go on list 1, 4. List 1, 4. Now if I try to print it, print the list 1, if I do, what will be my output? If I put this print list 1, my output will be, it is P R O L E M. So B automatically gets deleted. So I'm choosing that particular element and getting it removed or deleted. Suppose I want to do multiple elements, I want to delete actually. If I go back to the same problem, this particular list 1, I want to delete maybe OBL. Let me take this, or maybe if I take OBL, I want to delete. OBL I want to delete. What I will do? I will just go use this command, that is del list 1, from where I want actually including, that is to second index, to excluding, that is 5. Okay, including 2 to excluding 5. So the moment if I try to do this and try to print list 1, what will be my output? My output will be, so 0 is as it is, R as it is, then it is going to delete second one including 2, 3, 4 gets deleted. I am going to get output as E and M. So this is how I can delete a single element, or I can delete a particular multiple elements using the del command. Okay. Now, so there are different list methods. Okay. There are different list methods. What I have shown is just a few of the things. So what I will do is I will try to maybe give that what are the different functions which you can do. Those are called as list methods. Okay, what are those we have? We have append, we have extend, we have insert, we have remove, we have pop. Pop is one particular thing where it's going to remove and returns an element at a given index. Either you can use remove or you can use pop. There is one more thing what is called as clear. See, if I use a function clear, it is going to clear all the elements in your list. If I want to count the number of elements in the list, I can use the count. or you want to sort it. So these are the simple methods, simple list methods which can be used when you're writing the codes. Maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the different methods. Maybe I will take a maybe a snapshot of it. I will attach in this particular thing and upload it in your Google Classroom. We can go through that. So different methods are there. You can try those methods actually. You can try those methods as an example. Okay, so this is about the list. We'll stop here today. So if you have any doubts, so we can have a discussion for a couple of minutes. And